Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to use GoPro Studio. It's a great free program that's available online, and many of you that have just started using a GoPro and you want to start making your own videos, this is a great software to begin using to learn about video editing. So I'm making this video today to help show you a lot of the basics and what all the different buttons do to help get you started. First thing you'll want to do is to go onto the internet to GoPro.com, and then you will want to go under Shop and over to Apps. This is where you will download the GoPro Studio app that has the software in it. And you will basically choose probably desktop, and it will download it, and then you can open it. Okay. Once you have it downloaded, you will find an icon that says GoPro Studio, and you'll want to open that, which I've already pre-opened here. And you will see quite a few things. You'll see step 1 right here, step 2, and step 3. We will begin with step 1 right here, and you will of course want to have some videos on your computer, which I've already saved a few video clips in my video clip folder, and that's where we'll end up choosing them from. So the first thing you want to do is you can go into your advanced settings here and check and make sure everything is set. I like to make sure this is set at 1080. You can choose this down to 60 frames per second if that's what you're shooting at. Many of my videos I shoot at 1080 and 60 frames per second. The 60 frames per second is great because it lets you do slow motion on your videos and still keep a good clear picture. And you can also change this and put your quality at high if you want to also. Okay, and then I will also click remember these settings and click OK. Now let's find our videos. Right here, import new files. We will want to choose, for now I'm going to choose a couple of videos. Let's choose this one where Dad is fishing, and let's see, here's another one of the morning sunrise. Let's choose both of these just for quick little videos, and they will load over here into this area. There's the first one, and you can change between videos by just simply clicking on the clip. Okay, and in this first step you can view and trim, and I like to do some trimming here to find just the area that I like. You can scroll this triangle around to get to the beginning point that you want to have. Okay, and then these buttons here will basically clip the video where you want to start and end it here in this trim area. So let's go ahead and clip this left side. That's where we want to begin. And let's say we scroll on down here. I want it to end about right here. The light starts to get a little brighter, so I'm going to stop it right there. And then down here in this corner, it says add clip to conversion list. That will move it over to this point. So I'm going to go ahead and say to add that over there. There it is. Let's do our next one real quick. This is Dad fishing. And we'll just move it along here real quick. Okay, to about that point right there maybe. And click this mark out. That's going to show the end of that clip that we want to add to our conversion list. So we'll click add to clip to conversion list again. And there it is. You can also, if you accidentally get a clip over here, you can click on the remove clip, which will take it out of there. And if you want to clear all of them, hit clear all and it'll take them all out quickly. We'll go ahead and hit convert all down here at the bottom. That will convert it and move it over to our edit stage, step 2. This may take a few minutes depending on your computer and length of video. Okay, both videos have completed processing, and they say complete right here and right here. And here, proceed to step 2. You can either click that Or I like to just click up here at the top where it says Edit, which is Step 2. So if we go over to Step 2, the first thing that's going to pop up, it's going to ask us to choose an edit template. You can choose some of the preset templates that GoPro has put together. I personally like to choose blank template, which lets you create your own for your own lengths and so forth. So if we choose blank template, and then down here in the right corner, create, there's our blank template. Okay. Here are both of our videos that we converted over, and it moved them over here for us. Down here you'll see a video camera. That's where we're going to move our clips to. This T refers to text, so if you want to add some text somewhere in your video, and down here any music or any audio will go down here. They will all play together in your video in the end. Okay, so let's also choose some music. So if you go up here to media, you can choose some music that you have that is maybe free and you can use without worrying about any copyright violations. So in here, my music, I have some that I have found just on SoundCloud, and this will be a great place to find some music that you can use. So let's just choose one, and it will drop it in right there quickly. Okay. So for our first video, let's go ahead and move it down here, and you can see that there's a green line that shows us. There it is. Okay. Now there's several buttons here that help us do a lot of things, that help us move along. You can mark in, mark out again to clip your video like we did in the first step. This here will help jump stuff along throughout your video to next scenes. Same with these buttons over here, just like you're used to using on any player. Okay, there's our play button and so forth. So back here at the beginning, we know that we pretty much have our video where we want it, but let's just say we want to clip a little place and do some extra stuff to it, like slow motion and different things. We can do that by using this button right here, which I will get to shortly here. Okay. Over here on this side, there's some basic areas that I like to use. Here's your speed. If you want to change the speed of something, like slow it up, you can actually type in right here maybe 50%, which is recommended if you're shooting 60 frames per second. It will automatically choose this enable flux. You want to leave that checked. You can also reverse your video in certain areas by checking this button, which is kind of fun also. Here's fade in, so you can fade in your video a little bit if you want. Sometimes I'll do that by maybe moving it up here a little bit, and you can fade it out also. Move it up to about 2 again. Okay. You can adjust your audio level. Maybe you don't want the audio because you're going to be playing some music, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this audio clear down. That way the audio from your video will not play. Okay. You can also fade it in and fade it out also. If you want to start playing around with some of the color, you can do that in these areas too, which I'm not going to get into in this video. Right now we'll just keep it where it is and so forth. If you want to zoom with your video, zoom in on something, you can use this feature here. As you see when I drag it, look at there, we zoom in. Okay. We're going to put it back to where it was. You can also adjust the horizontal and vertical of your video and rotate and do a lot of different things in this area, which is very handy sometimes if you want to just take something out of the edge of your video that was in there. That will help you. Okay, so let's just say that, hey, yeah, this is where we have our video, and if you come down here, you can actually also scroll along slowly, which I like to use this little tool right here, okay, just to get to certain parts. Now, this button here I use a lot. This will split your clip, but you will not notice it when it's playing. Let's say you want to split it to do some slow motion. So I will click this. It has split it into 2 clips, but again, you will not notice it when it plays. This here is the beginning of our clip. We're going to leave that at 100% speed. This clip here, I'm going to slow this up a little bit. So we're going to go back up here to speed. Whoops, Okay, so actually I want to change this. I forgot I had changed this. We're going to put this back to 100 for the first clip. Now then this clip here, when I get over here, it's back to 50, you can see. Okay, so basically this is going to split us up. Now let's just say I want a short portion of this video to be slow motion, maybe to about right there. I'm going to again split the clip, and this clip here is still 50%. I want it to come back to 100% in this clip, so I'm going to put this back to 100. Okay, that's about where I want that. Now then, let's move this other clip over. This is Dad fishing. I'm going to drop it in right here when I see the green bar, and there it is. Okay, and again we have this automatically will be ready right here for us to move along, and we're going to keep this all the same speed. I'm going to again turn down the audio on this clip, and you can see that when this is highlighted in yellow, that means we've chosen that clip to make any changes over here in our speed or fading of the video and our audio. And again, I'm going to turn this audio clear down because I want to have music playing in the background. Okay. Now, let's say we decide, hey, I want to put some title in there. Let's put a title at the beginning. And if I click this title here, I can type something in like California, which is where this was. And maybe I'll say February 2016. You can also change the font over here. Let's change the font a little bit. Okay, let's change it to that font, and it's not quite big enough for me. So let's make it a little bigger. Okay. Now you can also drag this around to center it also. So I'm going to put it about right in the middle there. And you can see right over here on the left side, that's where our text clip has come in. Now I want this at the beginning, and currently at the beginning we have this video. That's okay, because all you need to do is click on this clip on the left, your text clip, drag it over here. There's our green arrow saying it's going to move everything to the right and drop in our text. There it is. We can still go in here and move it around and adjust the position of it. Now we have that at the beginning. We also have our music over here. If you click on that on the left and hold it down, drag it right down here to drag audio here. And you can see it can be moved along, but let's move it right over to the left at the very beginning, because we want that playing at the very beginning of our clip. Okay. You can also at the very end put another text box, which I'm not going to do right now to save time, to show the ending of your video. And you can also add text right to your clips also by putting them right underneath the clip. So if I were to move this down right here, it will also play it right over your video. So for now, just for fun to show you how this works, we're going to leave that in there. Okay. And you can also create a new text document to put right in there. Now that our audio is going too long, because for today we're going to have our video clip end right here at the end. Okay. So if we move this to the end, then we can clip off that audio where we want it. So you want to click on the music down below. See, it turns yellow. And if you go ahead and click this mark out button, it will clip and end the video or the audio right there. It's gone. Okay. So now if we go back to the very beginning of our video and we start playing it, here's what it looks like. There's our slow motion. You can tell it slowed up a little bit. And it's going to go back to full speed here. So that's how you do that. Now then, you'll want to get to the point where you say your video is done and you want to save it. So in order to save it, you want to go up here to the next step, Export, and we'll click on Export. Now, I like to just keep it right here for a basic setting for YouTube, for example, 1080, just keep it right there. Yeah, the video size will be a little bit bigger. If you want it a little bit smaller, if you click 720, it'll be a smaller size. You notice at 1080, it's a 120 megabyte file. That's pretty big and will take a while to upload depending on your internet connection speed for uploads. If I click on this HD 720, watch how it drops the size of the file. It goes in half. Okay, so that's a great way to go. And then I just go ahead and click Export. It'll pop up and ask me where I want to save it. And I have a folder called Final Videos. So let's just give it a name, California 2016. And we'll click Save, and it will save it for us. Okay, our video has saved and is complete. I wanted to show you one more thing before I minimize this GoPro Studio window. Down here let me close these. Down here in the presets, you'll notice a bunch of different things you can do to change the color a little bit. Here's a common one a lot of people like to use. I didn't go into choosing these today and adjusting these, but you can play around with them. Now that I've shown you some of the basics, go in and play around with things. That's how you're going to learn the most. Okay. Right now it's on none. If I click Pro Tune, watch how the picture changes color and actually gets more color to it. Okay. Then you can go in also and you can adjust and play around with those. Here's one called 1970s, which kind of reminds me how pictures used to look in the 70s. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and please join me for more videos in the future about how to use GoPro Studio.